Welcome to our channel, where we bring you the finest quality feel-good stories. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we publish new stories. This is the tale of a boy whose mother never stopped believing in him, even when others did. It all began in a bustling capital city, a place teeming with dreams, aspirations, and countless faces. In an ordinary apartment lived a woman named Miriam. For those who saw her, she was just another weary face in the crowd, an ordinary single mother trying her best to raise two wonderful boys alone. The eldest, Daniel, was a reflection of his father, kind, gentle, and with a heart bigger than his years, while the youngest, Kevin, was her own carbon copy, strong-willed, intelligent, and with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Life wasn't easy. Money was tight, but they made do. Every night was filled with stories, dreams, and hopes, not of wealth, but of happiness. "Never let anyone tell you you're not good enough, my love," Miriam would say to young Kevin before bed. "You're brilliant. One day the whole world will see it." Little Kevin nodded seriously, memorizing each word as if it were a precious jewel. As the years rolled on, Kevin blossomed. He excelled in school, a prodigy in mathematics and science. But as he grew, so did the doubts cast upon him by society. The taunts of classmates echoed in the hallways. "Poor boy, you can't afford the books we have. Just wait till next month, when you need to buy new ones again." Miriam heard these things, and her heart ached. But she held fast to her belief in her son. When Kevin finished high school with top grades, his classmates had long forgotten his name. They looked down on him because of his patched-up clothes and scuffed shoes. But Miriam beamed with pride. She saw something special in her son, something that transcended grades or material possessions. With unwavering support, she ensured he attended university, choosing a course in mechanical engineering. At the university, however, the harsh realities of their financial situation caught up with Kevin. He couldn't afford the latest textbooks, often relying on hand-me-downs that were multiple editions old. He felt the sting of being different. He started skipping classes, spending hours in the library poring over ancient texts. But still he shone brightly, his intellect cutting through complexities like a hot knife through butter. During a class, Professor Anderson, a man who valued brains over background, called out, "Kevin, why are you the only student who hasn't submitted the project proposal? Is it too difficult?" Kevin swallowed his pride, explaining about the lack of resources. The professor listened patiently. "Tomorrow I want to see you in my office at 4 p.m. Don't be late." Confused, Kevin met the professor's gaze. The next day, Kevin walked into the professor's office carrying his worn-out portfolio. But instead of a scolding, the professor handed him a thick file. "Work on this project, Kevin. Don't hold back. If you do well, this could be your ticket to winning a scholarship." Kevin's eyes widened. Is this gruff professor looking out for him? Days turned into weeks, as Kevin immersed himself in the project. Sleep became a luxury he couldn't afford. Food was a distraction he couldn't permit. All he focused on was proving himself, not just to his mother, but to the world. Finally, the day arrived. At the presentation, Kevin stood before the panel, nervously presenting his project. But as he spoke, his confidence grew. He explained intricate mechanisms with such clarity and passion that the judges leaned forward in their seats. When he finished, the room erupted in applause. "Kevin," Professor Anderson announced, "you've won the scholarship. Congratulations." Tears welled up in Kevin's eyes. He had done it. It proved he was more than his tattered clothes or humble beginnings. It was Kevin, the brilliant engineer. Back home, he told Miriam about the scholarship, his voice shaking with emotion. "Oh, my son, you make me the happiest mother in the world," she said, her eyes shining with unshed tears. But Kevin saw the worry lines on her face, the signs of fatigue etched around her eyes. He promised to change their lives for the better, to take care of her and his younger brother. With the scholarship secured, Kevin graduated with honors. Job offers poured in from top companies. But Kevin chose a smaller firm where his innovative ideas wouldn't be lost in bureaucracy. Soon he was earning enough to take his family out of poverty. He bought his mother a new home and enrolled his brother in extracurricular activities. Daniel, being the selfless person he was, found joy in seeing Kevin succeed and offered words of encouragement. Though life had dealt them a tough hand, the brothers stuck together, supporting each other's dreams. Years passed. Kevin became a renowned engineer, respected for his work. But amidst the success, he never forgot the harsh words of his classmates, the doubting professors, or the times of financial struggle. He channeled those experiences into his work, pushing boundaries and designing solutions that were both elegant and efficient. His designs often carried a small inscription, "For the underdog in all of us," a testament to his journey. One day, while visiting his mother, Kevin met a young woman named Alice. She was a writer who was profiling successful individuals for a magazine. Intrigued by Kevin's story, she asked to interview him. At first, Kevin hesitated. He wasn't comfortable discussing his personal life. But seeing the sincerity in Alice's eyes, he agreed. The interview went deeper than Kevin anticipated. Alice didn't just want to know about his professional triumphs, but also the struggles that shaped him. As Kevin spoke, he relived moments of his past. The tough choices, the sacrifices, and the unwavering support of his mother. By the end, he felt a sense of relief. It was therapeutic to articulate the experiences that had molded him. A few days later, Alice visited again. This time, she brought the article she had written about Kevin. It was a masterpiece. She had captured his essence, his humility, his brilliance, and his indomitable spirit. The article was published in the city's most prominent publication and immediately became a sensation. People recognized Kevin not just as a successful engineer, but as an inspiration. Young students who felt inadequate, working professionals grappling with challenges, even seasoned executives facing plateaus in their careers resonated with Kevin's story. His was a narrative of resilience, of proving that limitations were often self-imposed and that true success lay in pushing beyond them. The impact of the article rippled. Invitation after invitation poured in for Kevin to speak at seminars, TEDx talks, and university events. Each time he took the stage, he carried with him the memories of his mother's faith in him and the quiet determination that had driven him through years of hardship. Miriam watched her son from afar, her heart swelling with pride. She saw him not as a famous engineer or a celebrated speaker, but as the same kind, intelligent boy she had tucked into bed at night, promising him the world. He had achieved far more than she had ever dreamed of. But for Miriam, the greatest reward wasn't fame or fortune. It was the sight of her son, living a life of purpose, driven by principles and a heart as big as his dreams. And as the years spun by, Kevin's life continued to be a beacon of hope, proving that, with hard work, dedication, and a dash of belief in oneself, one could not just overcome adversity, but thrive despite it.